to Valley the Old Farm, and we are very short of cash after playing with the pumps and the hoses. You know, they do cost you a lot of money. But so I'm going to throw some of our emergency silage bales in the BGA to give us a bit of a boost, and then I'm going to quickly run a silage contract to get us even more silage to throw into the BGA, to just give us a bit of a cash injection before we actually get into doing, I was going to say, the meat of the gameplay, but a lot of today is just kind of doing jobs. There's some field work later on, but there's just a lot of things that I need to get done. So yeah, I'm going to enable these. So those bales turned into whole crop silage because they were ones that I made before I added in Maize Plus, and I forgot to swap them. This contract on Field 48 looked quite nice. I think these contracts might have existed before I added Maize Plus, and so I needed to just clear them before I could take any, weirdly. Not a problem with better contracts, just cleared the contracts, added them back in, and then actually there was I was looking for one with a nice, easy to use contracting setup, and this one on Field 85 with a big M and a quick bale, and then a Fendt 1050 and an Anderson bale stacker is kind of a super easy combo, and 17 grand for something that's not going to take too long. We'll get a nice amount of excess silage to put through the BGA as well. So yeah, no brainer, easy cash. If doing something like this offends you, just come back in a few minutes and I'll be done, because I'm not going to show that much of it, because literally just needed to make some money. And then yeah, needed to shift some manure and slurry around after this, and then we've got fields to lime, and yeah, just a bit of general field work to do basically. So baling all done. Because it's the fast bale and the big bales hold ridiculous amounts, it's only 3 bales to complete the contract. The contract needed 127,000 litres, so because you can unload the quick bale early, that's pretty much what these 3 bales have got in them. And then I've brought over the Magnum with our bale trailer to pick up the 2 excess ones, which one was a full bale and then one was a partial bale. So I think it was like 70,000 litres of grass silage we got off of here. I guess note with the quick bale and Maize Plus, if you want to get grass silage, don't turn the conditioner on. If you turn the conditioner on, you get whole crop silage, because that's just conditioned grass is the normal grass fill type, and so that the quick bale is compatible with not having Maize Plus enabled, the bales go to silage, which is whole crop silage. So yeah, that's not a bug. It's a compatibility thing, so that Mark could keep his custom bales, Mark Thor, that is. So it could keep the custom bales and work with Maize Plus and have those custom bales. So yeah, if you're using the quick bale and you want grass silage, don't condition. It makes no difference to the bales you get, because they are custom bales. So they're lighter anyway, they have custom capacities, and they ferment super quick. So, you know, yeah, it's not, if you're using the quick bale, you're not worried about the realism effects of the Maize Plus bales and conditioning and stuff, are you? Really? So, yeah. Okay, let's deliver these up to the animal dealer. Nice quick contract. Some money came in from the silage processing as well. I have no idea why our tractor is in the background here. Auto Drive was supposed to be taking it back to our farm. No idea how it ended up all the way up here. Obviously, it was going on a bit of a tour. So, yep, done. 900 quid extra cash in our pockets. And you can see the pigs do need a bit of feeding as well. So, yeah, we'll do that. So, 16, 17-ish grand for the contract. And we got 73,000 litres of silage. I'm going to hop over to the pig farm now, get a little bit of pig food from the farm supply pack, because the sugar beets are still not ready. So we'll put a little bit more in I'm going to put the straw in as well. And we'll get the slurry and the manure sorted while we're here, because again, it could be beneficial to put some stuff through the BGA, then just top the coffers up after blowing a load of cash on pumps and hose. It works, doesn't it? It just works. I had a lot of fun playing with that mod. Hey, there goes our tractor that was driving from a field across one side of our farm to the other. Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing with pumps and hoses, but I was just looking to see if we had pallet forks up here. We don't, so we'll use the bucket. Had a lot of fun playing with pumps and hoses, but I returned all the kit before we started up again, because I think 2 videos on that is enough. And there's other things we need to do next month. All of the grass and the last of the alfalfa will be ready to cut. We've got a couple of fields that need ploughing. We've got a bunch of fields that need liming, and yeah, so we'll get some other jobs done other ways, because if I just keep doing that, you'll all get bored, and so will I, to be honest. So yeah, it was a nice distraction for a bit. So actually, let's talk about some other things as well. It was FarmCon at the weekend, and there was some cool stuff in there. I don't know if I spoke about it in Monday's video. I don't know if it had happened when I recorded Monday's video. The GPS and worker stuff looks very cool. Very excited about that. Yeah, so that segues wonderfully into, if you are thinking of picking up a copy of FS25, and I think at this point, if you had any doubts, probably have a look at some of the FarmCon stuff, because it looks really cool. Please think about using my Giants partner code. Since I've been pushing it a little bit, I am now so much closer to bronze partner. I've closed the gap by over 50% from where I was. So I think now, like 4 or 5 copies of the with season pass will get me there. So yeah, so up on the screen now, I've created a QR code. So if you're watching on TV or whatever and you just want to snap a picture of that QR code, it will take you to Giant's website to use my partner code. I know, technology, it's wonderful, isn't it? If not, there are links below. And yeah, as I said, I really don't make much money out of this in the short term, I guess. But what I want to do is, if I can get early access, I can make the tutorials and stuff that I like doing, you guys like watching, get them out a bit earlier, maybe get a few more views on them, that kind of thing. And I might make another £1 or 2 on those videos. You know, being honest and upfront. If I can get more views on the videos earlier, I'll make a tiny bit more money, but not a lot. But it's more about trying to get information out earlier to people, trying to get those videos done earlier, because yeah, it'll be cool. And it's a nice achievement, isn't it? You know, I like getting shiny things. It gives my brain a dopamine hit. If you have a brain like mine, you'll understand those dopamine hits are nice. So yeah, and it doesn't cost you any more. So right, let's clear the manure out of the pig shed. I have really not done a lot with this nice little New Holland tractor. I guess New Holland Fear Agri branded New Holland. But yeah, it's a cool little tractor. Not so great. I'm not so great at in-cab, obviously. But yeah, this was a fun little job actually in the middle of the video to clear the pigs out. So all of the slurry's gone down up to the main farm. Going to get the manure moved as well. Then going to get the slurry and manure moved out of the cow shed as well. I don't think I showed any of it, but I did the job that I said I was going to do, and I mowed some of the excess grass in the cow pasture that's not being grazed, and fed some of that to the sheep and the horses to top their feed up. And yeah, so just kind of getting some of those little jobs done because it's somewhat quiet. you always get, I find, you quite often get, even though it's the middle of summer and the farm should be mega busy, I find you quite often get that day or month where things get a bit quieter. And that's kind of cool. And that's kind of where I am now. So taking advantage of it, getting, animals cleaned out, making sure animals are fed, that kind of thing. Because actually, we've got 2 months before we need to do the beet harvest. But next month there's going to be planting to do. I still need to work out what I want to plant. Obvious things are, maize, beets, potatoes for feeding the pigs. We want to do something for whole crop, something for straw, more maize for maize silage for the cows probably. Actually, that's going to be fun because I don't think we've got any maize silage for the cows, so that could be interesting over the winter. But yeah, had a weird thing here actually. So I've picked up the lime spreader to spread lime. Just grabbing the last of it. We're going to fill it up. I do like this cheaty lime spreader, but for some reason it was giving me the HUD for the feed mixer. Now maybe that's because the feed mixer's in the building next door, and the HUD display thing was on super long range. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was kind of weird. Anyway, it went away. And yeah, we've got 3 fields that need liming. Weirdly, the 3 fields that had grain in them. Just how it worked out, I guess. Yeah, so we'll get those all limed, and then I have one more job that I want to do for today. So, yeah, so I think, we need 2 fields of corn, beets, potatoes, straw crop, whole crop. So it's that like 6 fields worth, and we've got 6 fields, so that works. What I actually might do is plant one of our bigger fields that we've got down here with maize, put half of it in the pig feed and half of it do for silage. So maybe the field that had wheat in last year do for maize. That's probably more sensible than doing 2 fields. I want to plant one of the fields that we've got. I might replant one of the grass fields. I want more alfalfa. So maybe the smaller grass field I might replant with alfalfa. We've got, actually, the other thing is, it's the next morning. We've got quite a lot more cash because we sold a load of electric charge and methane overnight from processing all that silage. And I think I was storing all of the stuff from the slurry and the manure. But I'm kind of tempted to maybe pick up a bit more land as well. I don't know if we've got a loan on here. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. I don't know what number save game it is. It's the 7th day, and I was playing it earlier today. So we have a £100,000 loan still, so we need to be working on paying that off. There are a bunch of baling contracts, so actually I might do some of those and get that loan paid off. Because that would be sensible, I think. Get the loan paid off and maybe look at picking up another field or 2. The other thing that we could do, and I was thinking about doing in the next video, is just doing a bunch of forestry. We've got the Z-Tour over at the forestry area. We've got the forestry kit. Do some of that. Keep clearing that bit of land. And then when we have piglets, put the piglets in there. It's my master plan. Yeah. Which do you fancy? Should we do a forestry video, because I haven't done it in a while, or should I do a contracting video? You decide. Yeah. Also, I'm going to say thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. appreciate you guys supporting the channel. You are all awesome. There's been a few new additions lately, which is much appreciated. A few people deciding that they don't want to now, and that's just fine. It is not a lifelong commitment, you know. People have, you know, decide, you know, I decide to stop watching YouTube channels sometimes, and you know, you're not going to keep spending money on someone you're not watching anymore. That's just fine, or you know, whatever. Maybe you don't like my fascination with moist beaver, and that's just fine too. So last field to lime. This is the one that had oats in it, and this might be the one that I plant with alfalfa, or this might be potatoes or sugar beets next year, because it's about the right sort of size for that. Oh, there's a maize field there that's silageable. We could do with maize silage. We could do with maize silage. Wonder what that costs. I'm guessing a lot, because it's quite a big field. But that might mean there are other fields on the map that are in a similar growth state. I'm going to make a note of that. I'm going to make a note of that valley. Look. Or there's a K in look, isn't there? There is. Look for maize field. That's something that I need to get better at, is making notes of the things that I need to do next time. Anyway, last job. We have some cash, and there is a vehicle in the sales that I would like to get, which is this Kubota skid steer. I really like the Kubota skid steers. I've used them a little bit in the past. They seem to have a really good lift capacity. It's only 20 odd grand, and I have a job for one on the farm. So basically we're going to get one, along with a set of pallet forks, because I have pallets that I want to move, and we produce a reasonable number of pallets. All pallets, if you hadn't guessed. So I have been just selling these, but I've decided that we're going to hang on to them until the point where the price is good, and then we will sell them in bulk. And the price is not good until April. So it kind of makes sense in my head to just hang on to them, and that means we need to clear them out of this area, because we've only got space for 3 more. So yeah, and it's kind of inefficient probably spending 20 grand on a skid steer to do this, when I could just auto load them onto a trailer and then un-auto load them. But hey, it's a game, and I thought this was fun, and having fun in video games is a thing, apparently, you know. So yeah, then we can use this for moving bales around and feeding animals, and maybe loading up the feeder and clearing manure out and all sorts of other stuffs. So I thought it was useful. We don't have a telehandler, so yeah, we got this. And I'm really bad at using DLC kit, and it's DLC kit. It's probably from the Kubota pack. I've used the tractors a few times, but I have used this a couple of times. It's really rear end heavy, especially with the weights on the back, and so it is very good at moving bales around, particularly with the pallet forks. So yeah, on my that nobody saw first Maize Plus save, nobody saw because my laptop died and had to do other stuff, and the whole story, which most of you know. This was a big part of that, because it was a Kubota farm, and it was really good at moving stacks of bales around. You can't see in the cab when you're doing it, but it can lift a lot of square bales. Yeah, it's a very cool bit of kit. And at 20 grand, that was a bargain. to say thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, click the like button. Should be having a return of Glenlarden at the weekend, hopefully. Working on getting that set up and back. Didn't get as far through that as I'd hoped this weekend. So, yeah. But yeah, it's coming. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all next time.